Hello and welcome to session 25 of Abandon Hope. We are joined by George and Jordan and Stephanie. Unfortunately, Aiden and Chris have both abandoned hope in abandoning hope. I don't know. It's not so much abandoning hope as not. I don't know. So Vesper and Slash are both NPCs now. They may be sacrificed, who knows?
As is tradition.
As is tradition. Who can give me a rundown of what happened last session?
Well, we ran into a new friend who had a sword lodged in his ass, I believe.
Yes.
I think that's how that went. And then we all went down a staircase and found some sort of grate of judgment that we all stood on. And after some discussion with the halfling running that, they disappeared. I believe after we mentioned that there was some sort of serpent that could send them somewhere in hope. All the guards stopped moving, so we walked in, and we've been exploring this dungeon with lots of disturbing things like Roths in a closet or a skeleton made of horses, etc. And now we have run across a. I have a new mic. That's why I sound different. Now we have run across something after we opened a door that tried to petrify us, and it's turned into glorious combat.
Indeed. And we are now going to... Whoop, that was the wrong thing. Roll initiatives.
In the other Foundry game, I have a roll initiative button on the map, and I don't remember how to actually.
Okay, well, in this one, I'm just rolling everyone's initiative by highlighting everyone and clicking roll initiative.
Yep.
And, so Wendelorn failed his first save. I just gotta check the conditions for that again. When a creature that can see its eyes starts its turn within 30 feet of it, the Horhan can force it to make a Constitution saving throw if the Horhan isn't incapacitated and can see the creature. If the creature fails by 5 or more, it is instantly petrified. Otherwise, the creature that fails that save begins to turn to stone and is restrained. The restrained creature repeats the saving throw at the end of its next turn, becoming petrified on a failure or ending the effect on a success. Unless surprised, a creature can avert its eyes to avoid the saving throw at the start of its turn. If it does so, it cannot see it, which will mean that it will have disadvantage on attack rolls. If you look at it, then you have to make the save immediately. So Wendelorn is going to make that save during his next turn, which is not yet. At the moment, he is simply restrained. It is Vesper's turn at the moment. So the first event that happened was you came upon the horse, and the three of you guys here had to make your saving throws. Those of you who succeeded on your saving throws, I'm going to say that you felt the petrification effect beginning and were able to look away in time. There's kind of like this vibrant, resonant burning in your eyes that you felt when you looked into its eyes. You were able to tell immediately that was causing the effect. Do you want to let anyone else know that is what is happening?
Where is everybody? I can only see myself.
All right.
I cannot
believe
see into the room.
We
that
closed the
Dang it.
door on Wendelorn.
Yes.
it's dark in here.
We closed the door on them. That's what happened. So you have to do that.
Well, in that case, I can't let them go because they're on the other side of the door.
Oh no.
I was like, Wendelorn, get in here, and I was closing the door, and then he got petrified, so I couldn't. He couldn't make it through.
His feet are calcifying to the floor a little bit. What about the other two of you? The door behind you is still open.
I don't see Wendellorn.
You don't see Wendellorn because he's on the other side of the door, and your
He's
sight
down
does not
here.
reach that far.
I'm inside the other room that y'all didn't go into yet.
Right. But we have the door closed, so you can't see
Oh,
him there.
okay. I'm sorry. I thought we were in that room, and I didn't
No.
know where it was.
There's like
there's
a little airlock,
Hmm.
but made of doors.
So he would
Indeed.
shut in there.
He is shut in there, yes.
We're good friends.
I mean, you met him 10 minutes ago.
I would do it to you all. So
All right, so it is Vesper's turn, and Vesper is going to come curiously down here. I'm like, what is going on down there?
He's bad.
Oh, like, how bad?
Petrification bad.
Oh, that doesn't sound
Wendellorn
good.
is trapped. We should save him.
Vesper is going to prepare Firebolt and lob a Firebolt if an enemy becomes visible.
All right.
Is going to pass her turn. It is the unreliable Horhen's turn. The unreliable Horhen is going to chuckle to itself and just kind of stroll up to Wendellorn. Are you looking away from it at this point, Wendellorn?
well, since the last thing I was doing was trying to get out of the room before they shut the door in my face, I'm probably looking at the doors more than I'm looking at this thing.
All right. Right, so a creature that you cannot see attacking you, does that automatically have advantage, or does it need to be specifically hidden from you?
If you cannot see it, it has advantage, yeah.
Okay.
I think that's to represent you not being able to dodge or block it effectively.
Right. So if you are going to deliberately not look at it when it starts attacking you, Wendellorn, then it will have advantage against you. Otherwise, how is that going to interact with Petrifying Gaze?
What does petrifying gate require eye contact?
Since I'm probably not aware that it's anything to do with its eyes, I would assume as soon as it whacks me, I'm probably going to turn around and look at it.
All right. Can you give me an Arcana
Assuming
roll,
I'm not
please?
dead, of course.
Right. You believe it has to do with its eyes. Looking at its eyes burned, and then you felt yourself beginning to petrify, spreading out from your eyes and the bottom of your feet. But you may look at it if you
Okay.
wish.
Is that a spiral staircase in the middle of that room?
That is a spiral staircase in the middle of the room. The spiral staircase is also made of stone. Who knows what it was made of before the Horken got in here?
Interesting. Okay.
So as it attacks you, are you going to turn and look at it or not?
Well, right now with the door slammed in my face, the spiral staircase is probably my best bet. So yeah, I'm probably going to turn in that direction.
All right, so it will not have advantage against you. I need you to make me another Constitution saving throw, please.
So I just click where it says Constitution then?
You click on the little number to the right underneath your Constitution. I think... No, never mind. That doesn't do
seem
that
to
for
be
me.
clickable.
If you click Constitution, it probably asks you if you want to do a saving throw then. Yes, it does.
Yes, it does. Okay.
Kane brandishes his quarterstaff in the meantime. All right. You succeed. It does not worsen. And it will try to stomp you. Well, first it's going to snake hair you. I assume an 8 does not hit. Does a 14 hit?
No. Yes, a 14 hits. The
Okay.
8 does not.
That deals 9 bludgeoning damage. You go down. And it's going to make its third attack.
Oh no.
Yes.
Oh yes.
And this is a critical hit because you are down and unconscious. So you take 2 death saving throws.
Yeah.
That is
Alrighty.
the unreliable Horton's turn. It is the meat orphan's turn, or unless the meat orphan goes when you go. Is that the case?
Yeah, it goes when I go. But
Okay.
I mean, it ends
I'll
up
just-
right next to me anyways. So.
I'll just remove it.
Perfect.
It is Evor's turn.
Thank you. Does it take any actions to open the door?
It does not.
I'll do that. I'll just kind of shove the door open and like duck out of the way for Vesper to make their attack.
Okay.
And kind of seeing Vesper line up, just
Yes.
throw in
Are
the
you-
assist.
Are you going to avert your eyes from the Horhun?
I will.
All right. Vesper makes a bolt.
Oof.
And it singes the top of your head, doing
Oh
no
no!
damage.
Okay, good. My head is very bald. It can't be singed very easily. It just kind of reflects.
What else do you do?
I'm going to. Oop! I can't go through the wall. There we go. I'll do that.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. That
Doors
works.
that are not directly on a orthogonal
Yeah,
are weird.
I think as long as I can go through half, like the halfway mark, it tends to
Yeah.
work. But it's a weird thing when it's right on the line. Either way, I'm gonna step up next to good friend Wendelorn, and I'm going to use my healing hands,
All right.
which should be 6 hit points.
Okay.
It doesn't appear to have popped up there, but it's my level in hit points. So I'll just pop him back up.
All right. So, Wendelorn, you have 6 HP, and if you can now immediately make me a Constitution saving throw to see if the petrification worsens, that'd be great. And it worsens, and you turn to stone.
Well, that didn't go as planned.
Yippee!
As a bonus action, I will pull my meat orphan into the room and have him attack.
All right.
He's going to be an angry little boy. He's got claws. There's the yep.
Okay.
Oof.
An 8 will not hit.
Well, that is that. I've used 5 feet of movement. Did it use any of my movement to open the door?
It did not. You were right in front of me. You just shoved it open.
Mm-hmm. I'll have my meat orphan. Is there space to like stand right here on the spiral staircase?
Yes. Did your
Okay.
meat orphan look at the Horhen when it attacked it?
It did not.
All right.
So it would have been a disadvantage
Yeah,
anyways. But I
which-
guess 8.
Yeah, it's not going to matter since we're not fumbling.
Yeah, and I'll just make space here, and that's Evor's turn.
All right. Kane.
Not to look it in the eye, you said, right?
What's that?
You said no, not to look it in the eye,
You
right?
know not to look it in the eye, correct. You can look it down its little hooves, which are just regular hooves.
Not human hands or anything?
They are not. I was tempted to make them snake heads, but that doesn't sound nice.
Make a horrible sound when it walked.
Like rubber ducks.
They squeak.
They might, but they're regular hooves, so it doesn't matter.
Well, they can still squeak if you want them to.
It's made of
You're-
stone. Stone doesn't squeak very often.
What part of you're in charge do you not understand?
I mean, I'm just saving up for later. I can't blow all the snake hands and snake feet right now.
That's true.
What do you do?
Well, this doesn't look good for Wendell especially.
Yeah, he do be a statue. Right. That's a big old lightning bolt.
Yes, it is.
Oh my.
So, you draw a 100-foot line. I assume you're not going to hit anybody else with it.
No, just straight at the thing. I mean,
All
I
right.
could walk on the other side of Ivor and go through him, but that doesn't seem right.
All right.
I'm not sure how to use this.
My lightning rod hat would attract all the lightning.
Don't worry about the template. Oh no.
Oh no.
I
Oh
don't
my.
know how to use, so just assume I did
Steph,
that. What?
don't forget that as part of a Tempest cleric, you have something that enhances lightning damage, don't you?
Are you a Tempest cleric?
No.
I thought you were a druid, unless you multi-classed in. So
No, I'm sorry. That was the other character. Never mind.
There we go. That's what I
That was
wanted.
one, wasn't it?
Tempest clerics are really fun, though. I love them. All right, so you are only going to hit the Horhan, and
That was the intention.
and I'm pretty sure that it doesn't bounce if it doesn't go far enough.
Say it does, so I hope it doesn't.
All right, so it makes a dex throw. And your DC is 15, so it fails. How much damage does it take?
Ooh.
Nice. Your lightning kabooms it, and you blow off a large chunk of its back. Its skin kind of dissolves into stone dust. Just a little bit, you understand.
It's probably not good to breathe.
It probably is not. You probably don't want to breathe it. Right, are you doing anything else?
If I move, it'll get an opportunity attack, correct?
Wait one moment. Did you roll damage?
Yeah, isn't that the...
Oh yes. I was really dumb and I looked at the wrong number. I looked at the 12. I didn't look at the box with the 29 in it.
It's a few damage.
It is a few damage. Okay, yeah, you blow out about a third of its back.
Ooh.
You didn't touch the head though. So sorry. Are you doing anything else?
If I move, it'll get an opportunity attack.
If you move out of its range, yes.
I don't.
All right.
And that is all.
Wendell, you are made of stone, and I'm afraid there's not much you can do when you're made of stone. Slash.
I didn't think I could.
Yeah. Slash is going to squeeze through here by dashing. He's very eager to start thwacking, but he can't do it this turn. Skullminster is going to encourage you. Just in general.
That's nice.
Vesper. Vesper is going to step into the hallway. It's going to say, I probably shouldn't fireball, should I?
Probably not.
Vesper's going to cast Magic Missile
Ooh.
with a 3rd level slot.
And when the question is fireball, the answer is always fireball.
That is fair.
Is that like
That-
the answer is always bear?
I mean,
And that did not work properly. Okay, tossing this result out.
it rolled a 5, right? You just multiply that by the darts, I think.
Oh, yes, you're right. I'm dumb. Sorry.
So, that's max damage. I'll
Yeah.
take it. Yes.
Vesper carefully pops the heads of many of the snakes.
Yay.
they stop making angry snake noises. That is all Vesper does. The Horhen's turn. The Horhen is going to try to murder you, Kane, on account of the lightning you see.
Very nice.
It has advantage against you because you're not looking at it. That hits
If I'm
for...
looking at it, but in its eyes, I can still see it. Like, I know it's there and I know it's attacking.
It has a lot of eyes, you see, in the little snake heads. You kind of have to look down at its feet. So it hits you for 15 piercing and poison damage. Do you have resistance to either one of those?
No.
Okay.
A resistance to fire.
It is unfortunately not dealing fire. Deals 6 bludgeoning with its hooves.
Looking at its feet, does they get advantage over that too?
It gets advantage on all its attacks against you. Because you are not looking at it mechanically.
Fine, whatever.
And it deals 8 damage bludgeoning on top of that.
It's hard to block something you're not looking at.
What's the total?
29 total from the 3 attacks.
Well, I just kind of collapse, I guess.
Oof.
Oh,
You
well.
go down. It is Evor's turn.
Ivor is wishing he took Celestial on that Warlock. Well, I suppose it's all or nothing then. I'm going to look at it. I need to make a save, right?
All right.
Is that a Constitution save?
That is Constitution, DC 14. And Stephanie, in the living world and down here, it takes the same amount of time for a long
cool.
rest. You
Okay.
make the save. And
I'm going to... Sorry?
One second.
Sure.
Just checking to see if this was one of those you can't fail for 24 hours things, but it is not.
Okay. I'm going to bonus action disengage
All right.
and over here.
love it.
And that will trigger my bolts from the grave.
All right.
Where did that go? I should really favorite things so that I have them. There it is. That didn't roll an attack roll.
Oof.
I'm just gonna roll with my dagger because that's
Yep.
the same stat.
That will
16?
hit.
Okay, so then it does my sneak attack damage on a hit.
Nice.
There we go. That's a couple. And then action Eldritch Blast.
All right.
Oof.
That will not hit.
Second beam of Eldritch Blast. Oof.
That will not hit. I'm sorry.
I've risked everything for this. That is my turn, and the minion does nothing because I used my bonus action already. So that
Okay.
is Evor's turn.
Kane, saving throw, please.
Okay, I know where that button is.
Just click your Constitution, Steph, and then it'll bring up whether you want to do it as a saving throw.
A death saving throw is with no stat.
Right.
Ah,
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, there's a button for that in... There's a death save.
Yeah,
It's the last time I did it, the character sheet changed.
gotcha.
Right. Oh.
That's 2 fails.
Thanks, dice.
This session is very cursed today.
Apparently.
I promise I'm not doing this.
It happens. The dice tell the story.
The dice do tell the story. So you see Kane cough up some dirt. It's strange. Wendelorn unfortunately cannot go. Slash is going to go into rage.
Slash, save us.
This may be the second time in the campaign he's gone into rage.
He's very angry.
Alright, it's been forever since I played Barbarian, so... when you make a melee weapon, gain bonus to the damage roll that increases. I don't know if that's actually on the sheet or not. Resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, slashing. He's got to punch things to keep rage.
Yep.
Can you look up for me real quick what his damage bonus is at 6th level, Jordan?
Sure.
Thank you.
Barbarian. 6th level. +2 damage.
Okay. And he's got 2 attacks.
Nice.
So he hits with both of those. He does 14 and 17 for a total of 31 damage. He just begins screeching incomprehensibly as he bashes one more statue today with his great axe.
No, what's one more statue, really?
And that's, yes.
I don't mean to be a stickler, but did he make a save? Or did he avert his eyes?
He did not avert his eyes. Thank you for reminding me.
Yeah, just to give the dice an opportunity to make it even worse.
And he did it because, you know, he's a barbarian.
Yep.
Barbarian. He actually begins to turn to stone, and he just moves through it. The stone just cracks as his muscles ripple underneath.
Perfect.
Skullminster does a dance. Vesper. Vesper is panicking just slightly. Is going to cast another magic missile. And that is going to be 12 damage. Just blowing golf ball sized holes in this thing's body. It's majestic. There are beams and blades whipping all around. It is really good that Vesper and Slash had chances to warm up before this fight. The Horhen's turn. The Horhen whips around and is going to try to murder Slash. Will not have advantage against him. Does
Yike.
he resists the initial 3 and then takes the rest of the 15 because he does not resist poison.
So why doesn't she have advantage against him?
Because he looked it in the eye.
Oh, I thought you said he didn't.
He did look at it and he had to make his saving throw.
Yep.
So that hit Slash pretty bad. The fangs all bit right into his muscles. And then it tries to bludgeon him with its hooves. That will not hit. And that will hit. I don't think it's calculating his armor class properly.
Likely not.
A 22 is probably going to hit him either way. I think he only has at 18 most. And that did not calculate damage, did it? No. So rolling
Should just
again.
be 10 plus his con plus his dex.
Right.
Whatever that is.
Okay, just rolling for the damage here. He takes 5 from that. Slash is looking pretty hurt, but he's still up and fighting. Ivor.
Could I potentially like hide behind the staircase, or is it like not solid enough of a thing?
It descends down into the ground.
Oh, it descends down, not
Yes,
up.
sorry.
Okay, I see. No, that's fine. I misunderstood.
You could kind of shimmy down into it and poke your head up over the top
I
part.
might do that. Just like hop down a little
All right.
bit, kind of.
Can you give me
okay.
stealth, please?
Yes.
It is definitely staring straight at Slash. You will have a regular roll for this.
Oh, and here's my saving throw to.
Okay. You succeed.
Whew, that was a close one. Stealth. Yes.
You feel pretty stealthy.
Okay, and then that triggers.
You are hidden.
Bolts from the grave, which I will roll a dagger for because I didn't set that up properly yet.
That will hit.
Okay, then sneak attack damage.
Nice.
And then I'm no longer hidden because I didn't attack, right?
That is correct.
That's how that works. Eldritch Blast.
Blast.
2 beams of that at normal.
Hit.
Boom. Eldritch Blast again.
It only has 3 legs now.
There we go. That's my turn.
You blow up its head.
Oh. Nice. The dice finally did the thing.
The horse crumbles into gravel, the snakes turning to dust. The eyes exploding in what, to a person living in another world, would sound like the explosions of light bulbs.
Ew.
Well, Kane is down, and Wendelorn is a statue.
Yes, Ivor already used up his once per long rest healing ability.
Oh, good.
Vesper has healing as a celestial sorcerer.
Yay!
She just never used that.
Used it occasionally. She used healing word a few times, I think. So she's going to cure wounds you.
Most of Vesper's talents have remained undiscovered.
You gain 10 HP. I think it is Greater Restoration that returns you from being a statue.
Yes.
Yes.
And Vesper certainly does not have
Something
that.
I don't think anybody possesses.
That's like 5th level, right?
I believe so. Let me look it up.
I think so.
Yep.
Oof.
Alas and oh well.
Alas and oh well.
How does our being undead interact with this statueness?
That is a really good question, and considering all the other people who are probably dead who were statues that Slash and Vesper murdered, they probably don't turn back by themselves.
Fair point.
So, how do we want to treat this?
Hopefully they don't just see more statues and destroy us.
Well, you're fine. They are aware that Wendelorn is Wendelorn, though. So I can give you control over Slash or Vesper for this session if you would like, George.
Well, I don't know much of anything about playing a sorcerer. So Slash would probably be the easiest one for me to
All right, I'll do that
interact with.
right now then.
Ivor begins dragging Wendelorn's body into the statue room.
All right, George, you might need to hit F5 to refresh.
And then I guess I will work on a new character for next time.
All right. Now, people are pretty banged up. Relatively speaking. Mostly Kane. Slash a little bit also, but, Slash is a little bit more damage resistant. So Vesper's going to check over her spell slots.
Did Wendelorn die?
Effectively, yes, because you don't have any way of turning him back. So Vesper's going to say, I've got some healing magic left. I can only really, channel it probably 3 more times before we have to sit and rest for a while. Should I just use it all? I've got a bit more. I could probably push it a bit more and drag out some bigger globs of healing magic, but that's gonna make it harder for me to scorching ray people and summon mini Vesper. I can't do any more fireballs. Don't have enough magic for that.
Well, how are we all doing? Kane, you look pretty beat up. Well, actually, Kane is down, right?
Vesper used cure wounds.
Oh, okay.
Restore
So
10
Kane's up.
HP.
Am I up and conscious then?
You are up unconscious, yes. You feel very dirty, though, for some reason. You're covered in dirt. It's weird.
And how about a Slash looking? Like under half? Or
Slash is looking about half, which for Slash looks just covered in bruises. He's got essentially eczema all over him. He's twirling his axe around like he doesn't have a care in the world.
well, Slash looks alright. Perhaps you could patch up Kane a little bit, and then we can continue exploring. And if we don't find anything soon, perhaps we should take a bit of a rest somewhere. What say you all?
Mr. Skeleton, is there anything you can do for our friend here?
I am a skeleton. What voice did I have for him?
Sounds about right.
I'm not magic at anything. I just sing my songs. I'm afraid I can carry him around a little bit. You say I don't have any muscles. They help not weigh me down, not having any, but it makes it hard to drag people around. If you're asking, can I turn him into not a statue, then no, I cannot do that.
I'm the only one who can.
No, I do not. I mean, I know of the staff of this place. I am sure that some of them have that capability. It's a magical thing. I assume that is not the most difficult thing in the world to do. But they're not exactly hanging around lately.
Maybe we can keep him safe in your office until we can find such a person.
Sure, why not? We can even put a little sign on him that says, "Do not kick me."
That's good. Alright, so can we drag him up there?
Yeah, I'll move him.
Maybe give him a spot on the tiger rug.
You'd like that? Probably not. He probably liked the corner, actually.
Next to the deer head.
We'll just kind of lay him on the couch.
Imagine he's frozen in quite a position. Because he was knocked unconscious and then woken up and immediately saw the thing and froze. He's probably in like a laying down, shocked upright, like.
Yeah, he's falling
Perfect.
Han Solo in it. After situating Wendelorn, what do you do?
Well, Kane, do you feel up to exploring more, or do you think you need a rest?
Well, this place is kind of dangerous, don't you think?
Not if you don't
Well-
open strange doors.
Yes, but also there is definitely souls in here, right? Like it's worth it.
How do we find out where they are?
I don't know. I plan on keeping opening more strange doors that are probably dangerous, but eventually one of them has to have something useful behind it.
Well, about half the doors have something that's going to kill us behind it.
Mostly the ones that are locked up, I would assume.
And the other half of some kind of food that we can't eat.
You can eat it. I am the one who can't eat it. I don't
I
have a
mean-
stomach, you see.
Some of them you were able to eat, they didn't taste very good, which is normal.
What's the point, really?
Well, we're looking for soul, that is the point.
No, I mean, what's the point in eating it if you...
I believe the horse skeleton man, piano man, told us that they just like to pretend like they can taste it.
Not gonna do it for me.
Sometimes I think they do it just to spite me.
Well, I mean, that is why we're looking for a soul, Kane, is, that will be tasty.
What does a soul taste like?
Trust me, it's very tasty. It tastes like, I actually didn't have that many taste buds on the soul while I was eating it. It was kind of like my whole body unzipped. So I can't really tell you, but it was a nice experience.
Okay, well, this way.
Wait, but there is more doors up here that we have not explored.
Are there?
Yes,
Way.
this way. There is a locked door that our Skelminster friend has a key to.
Come on, Skelly boy, let's go.
I am
Guard
going.
still frozen?
What's that?
Guard still frozen?
The guards are still frozen.
Alright.
Just kind of standing there. Is this one right here?
Yes, this was the one we could not open before.
Key unlocks
Oh, speaking of, you know what the dentist is? I had this strange feeling that as they're talking, I opened the door.
it. I don't know what that is now.
Huh.
You
What is that?
You see a relatively blank room. There is a little gargoyle head that is just kind of sprouting out of the wall beside the door. It looks at Slash, it looks at Ivor, it looks at Kane, and it says, "What's the password?"
Skeleton,
So-
what's the password?
I don't know the password. I never go this way. If you recall, I was just kind of sitting in my little chair.
I believe the password is Hunter2.
I suppose I don't know whether the password's changed in the last 80 years or so. Can you please give me a persuasion roll? It nods its little stony head and says, That sounds strange, but it doesn't sound wrong. You may pass."
Well done.
Love it.
You open the door.
Your door is halfway between tiles.
I'm sorry. You see many lit stubby candles on the ground, none of which have the singlest none of which have the singlest trace of melting wax. They just kind of sit there.
Interesting.
You see nothing else of a note in here.
There's no doors in here, huh? Just candles?
You do not see any doors.
Ooh. Well, I suppose this is a dead end then. Why were they password protecting a room full of candles? I do not understand.
I kick a candle over.
It goes out.
Excuse me, Mr. Password Gargoyle Man.
Yes,
What is this room for?
it's the storage room. Did you get lost?
Yes,
Are they using the same password for everything now? That's horribly
Yes.
insecure.
it is. I complained about it, but they insisted. For simplicity.
No, nothing in there now. They took all the good stuff out.
Oh, well, why are you still guarding it then? That is unfortunate. You should ask for a different position.
That's real funny, buddy.
Yes, it's joke. Please laugh.
Heh.
Oh, okay then. Bye.
It doesn't even bother saying bye.
Tap around on the walls and just make sure there's nothing hiding.
Can you give me investigation, please?
Can I assist?
Yes. So you'll have advantage on that, Stephanie. You find no secret anything.
They literally were guarding a room full of just candles. That is unfortunate.
I kick over about 3/4 of the candles on my way out, just out of annoyance.
Each one goes out. The smoke immediately stops upon your kicking it. It looks as if it has never been burned.
I'm gonna pick up one of the largest candles.
All right. It has a faint fragrance of something you can't quite place. It's not very pleasant.
It smells like You ever had those fruits? I think they call them durians. No,
I'm gonna take one of them.
it's the only fruit that you can still taste down here.
You take one. All right.
Yeah, I'll take a candle just in case.
Yep. Slash, do you take any candles?
What is this?
What?
No, they don't seem real useful in combat.
Understandable.
Well, there are more doors. I assumed that door would lead us on the other side of the sludge room, but unfortunately that did not. So do we want to still try and get past the room of sludge somehow?
That is a torch, Stephanie.
Okay.
Or a lamp, rather. With a torch in it. A lamp? A sconce? Something. That was lit despite this being a locked room for the last 80 years, apparently.
I could potentially send my meat orphan Jim down further, but I do not know what he will find.
There is also that spiral staircase in the room that we just left.
This is true.
Excuse me, sheep.
They're dead.
Me dead sheep.
Horse appears and looks perplexedly, not caring, clearly, about the shattered statues, but looking perplexedly into the sheep room. Oh, what happened to the Roths? Says Horse. Oh, they've all been pre-cooked. Oh, are we having lots of guests?
Yes, we figured we would get it started for you.
No dear, no dear. I must prepare. And Horse walks away.
We're good.
Horse is a lady, I'll have you know.
I mean, I'm a modern kind of guy. I'll go with it.
I'm gonna send my meat orphan down the hall again.
Okay.
Meow.
Your meat orphan narrows down.
Can he open this door?
Can he give me a strength check, please? It's a very sticky door.
Oh boy.
It's got a big ol' seal of some kind around it.
Yeah.
He fails to open the door.
Okay. Well,
Did he make that
he
sound?
tried. Yes. Oh, there we
He
go.
can open
How
that
about this
fine.
one?
He can open that one also. He sees a little workshop.
Ooh. Anything interesting? Any notes that might be worth taking a look at?
Can you give me perception, please? Perception or investigation.
Or investigation. Flat.
All right. The meat orphan finds several notes written in Abyssal. Can he read Abyssal?
The meat orphan can read Abyssal.
Okay. Do you have to shift away from its eyes if it wants to read stuff?
I
Can you
believe
read
so,
Abyssal?
because I can't
Okay.
read Abyssal, but it can communicate with me
That
telepathically.
sounds
so-
like a literal headache.
Yeah, mentally translating something in real time. Yeah.
the If the meat orphan reads the notes, they are talking about the ecology of different plants and creatures that have been cultivated on this level for the production of exotic dishes for esteemed guests. He also finds one note that is a ticket for repair of the summoning circle downstairs.
The summoning circle.
It's been pulling things through that have too many limbs.
Oh my. Good to know. Oh, thank you, Meat Orphan. Very good.
It's what I do.
Is that a trapdoor?
That is a very heavy metal trapdoor, yes.
He's not even gonna try. Okay, I'll just have him return then, because
All right.
that's that. And then as he's returning, Ivor will say to the group, I found notes about a some sort of summoning circle that has been repaired multiple times because it keeps summoning things that have too many limbs for it. So that sounds problematic, probably. Also found grate and door that are far too heavy for my meat orphan to open. So there may be more things to explore that way, but we would need to find a way across the sludge pit.
Have we tried walking through the sludge?
I don't think we have.
If there's any reason not to.
It smells terrible.
There are dead things floating in it, I believe. Was that right?
Yes.
Dead things can't hurt you, can they?
But maybe they are dead because they tried walking in it.
There is a little bloated corpse, and there is some kind of a bound, vaguely corpse-shaped thing floating on a crate.
Well, the meat orphan's not dead.
The meat orphan flies.
Yeah.
The stench is bad enough that you can even smell it down here, though, which is quite a feat. I say down here when you're dead.
Maybe we could pile up Roth corpses and make a bridge.
Oh gosh.
Bing.
Ooh. You can do this, Kane. Very nice.
Do you just start climbing on the walls without any preamble?
If Ivor's just not missing and be like, ooh, very nice, yes.
Lovely.
Good skill. I'm gonna send my meat orphan in as a drone
All right.
to follow so that I have vision over what's happening.
All right. So, Kane, you see this door. Well, you see the room, of course, that the meat orphan went into before,
Yes.
and you see, yeah, there's a little.
That's the summoning circle in the corner.
That's a tiny little. It's a magical circle of some kind. There's a bowl of coals over here that just provides light, and over here's a little table that has some kind of a voodoo doll and some human skulls on it.
Out of the meat orphan comes Ivor's voice saying, over here is the grate, the trapdoor.
Creepy as hell.
Yes.
So there is a Yu-Gi-Oh card called Tour Guide to the Underworld, and that is forever how I'm going to imagine the meat orphan.
Perfect.
What was the door at the end of the hall?
That was.
is
Sorry.
that is also too heavy for this small meat body.
Well, I'm definitely stronger than
Yes,
that.
indeed.
Maybe. I mean, druids don't use strength as a dump stat or anything.
Huh.
I mean, you're gonna have more than a 5, I assume.
Slightly, yes.
This is a trapdoor for sure. It's big and heavy and metal. There's some kind of like green crust around the edges. Would you
Well,
like to
should
open
we-
it?
Should we try to open this or try to open the door at the end of the hall?
Well, both is good. Okay, I guess we'll go to the first. Why not? Sure.
The rules say you complete one level before going to another level.
Sure. Yes. Indeed. This is why we are opening these doors. I agree.
All right, you can give me a strength roll to open this door if you'd like. It is a big ol' heavy rubbery seal around the edges, though. Just so you're aware, you can open it.
Dang.
Oh no.
Oh, this is one of those ones where it's 2 doors there. 1 second, I'll take care of that.
2 doors.
All right, that should be good.
Ah,
All right. So you see the senior horse pudding. So this is a room that is gets filled with glop like the other room. It's got 2 big old sewer pipes coming out of the wall, and glop is drudging out of them. Part of a gelatinized horse is kind of partially coming out of one of these. And you see the horse pudding. It is a giant gelatinous mass of gelatin, probably at least 150 horses worth of gelatin. It's got 3 gelatinous horse heads with little horse skulls floating in them, sticking out. And a deep yellow glow burns in the eye, nose, and mouth sockets of each head. It gives you a mighty honk and is going to try to envelop you.
Does Evor / the Meat Orphan have any time to intervene during this?
To intervene and do what?
I can cast a touch spell through my familiar. Which I
Well,
would cast.
the
If this is faster, that's fine. I was just asking.
unless Kane is going to, I guess, like... I mean, Kane walked into the room. So...
Right, that's fair.
The 3 of you will go into initiative, and we'll see who has initiative.
Alrighty.
The Meat Orphan is at the top.
The Meat Orphan casts invisibility on both of us.
All right.
No, I can only cast it on one. So I'm going to cast invisibility on Kane.
All right.
So Kane is invisible.
nice.
Yeah.
All right. Is the Meat Orphan going to do anything else?
That is... So it's Evor's turn to cast, and then it's the
Yes.
Meat Orphan's reaction to cast for... Yeah.
Gotcha. I
I
understand the action economy is
I
kind of
will
wonky with it.
pull him just back a bit, and
Okay.
then that's that. And just... Kane, just... I don't think it can fit, but maybe it can. Either way, we should run.
The Kane's turn is now.
Probably a good idea.
So you
Would
just
you close the door?
the door will not seal
Oh no.
unless you would like to spend your action trying to haul it closed with all of your might.
Nah, I'm gonna dash on this one.
Okay, that is a smart choice. Yes.
Meow.
All right, that's your turn. The horse pudding.
Invisible spider climbing Kane comes
That's
back.
beautiful. All right, it's got 30 feet of movement.
I think I
Oh,
can do
oh no.
that far.
Say goodbye to the Meat Orphan.
Yeah, it is going to try to eat the Meat Orphan. Being gelatinous, it really doesn't care about whether it can fit into a space
No,
or
wait,
not.
one diagonal counts as one space, right?
I think we got it counting diagonal 1 space. Yeah, it's either diagonal 1 or diagonals alternate between 5 and 10. Yeah, being gelatinous, it doesn't care about whether or not it can fit into 10 feet or
Makes
not.
sense.
So it just eats.
It squidges.
Yes. All right.
I think you actually can squidge the token if you so desire.
Yes.
You can set the height of the token in the token properties, which
Right.
might be comedic.
That didn't really work.
Okay. Rip. I tried.
Okay.
I love the token, by the way.
Thank you. I spent a lot of time on it. And okay, a creature within 5 feet of the blob can take an action to pull a creature object out of the blob. It can enter the space of the Meat Orphan. It has the speed to do that, so it will. The Meat Orphan needs to make a Dex saving throw, DC 12.
Dexterity saving throw. Ah.
It fails.
Uh-oh.
It enters its space. If I can grab the token, So the boundary box of the token is only 1 high now. But
Oh.
the image isn't.
Oops.
It takes 3d6 acid damage.
Ivor is going to use his reaction to grant it resistance.
All right.
It's one of my invocations. Which is
Nice.
perfect, because that would have killed it. So, takes 3 damage, yeah?
Right, cannot breathe. It's restrained, and it takes 66 acid damage at the start of each of the blob's turns. When it moves, the meat orphan moves with it.
And how can the meat orphan try to get out?
It can try to escape by taking an action to make a DC 12 strength check.
Oh boy, it's great at those.
It will then enter a space 5 feet of the blob.
Now, could Ivor still pocket dimension it?
Yes.
Hey, okay.
That is the end of the blob's turn. It is the meat orphan's turn.
Speaking of pocket dimension, yoink. I think that's an action.
Okay.
So that'll be Ivor's action. I can double check that if you want, but
All right. Should we enter everyone into combat now?
that would make sense.
You don't have to.
Yes, as an action, I can temporarily dismiss it. So I'm gonna
Okay.
pop the orphan away as my action, so it's no longer in danger. I'm going to pop the orphan away.
So
Yes.
at the top of this new initiative, it's Vesper's turn first.
Okay, so I'll do that on my turn when it goes.
Okay. So I guess Vesper hears screaming. I don't know. What sound does Kane make while running away from the horse pudding?
Crazy eye sounds.
Lovely. So what's going on? Says Vesper.
Look out for very large. What would you call it, Kane? Horse? Jelly horse.
Jelly horse fits.
Jelly
yeah,
horse. Why is everything
Jelly
a horse?
I do not know.
All right. Vesper prepares fire. No, not fireball. Firebolt. Ends her turn. Hold on. Yeah. Kane, your turn.
I'm gonna get well out of the way of the incoming
Are
fire.
you still invisible?
Presumably, yes.
All right.
Also still
That's a giant barrel. Are you climbing on top of it?
I'm climbing on the wall above it.
Okay. Vague spider sounds come from the wall.
You could probably drop the meat orphan from the tracker, by the way.
It's a good idea.
Thank you.
Do you do anything else, Kane?
I want to prepare. Produce flame, and if it
All
happens to be flammable, then that'll be good.
Ivor.
I can't imagine it is though.
So I don't know what you want to do with the token, if we want to just delete it or not, but as an action, he's
Okay.
gonna pop and send it to its pocket dimension.
All right. So it's gone. It may be a different kind of meat orphan when it comes back.
That makes sense. I will then whoop and hide as a bonus action.
All right. Can you give me stealth at advantage, please?
I can. And that is my turn.
All right.
I could bolt from the grave Skelminster, but I'm going to choose not to.
All right. 1 second. Just checking damage, immunities, and resistances. All right. Slash, it is your turn.
So it hasn't come through the door yet.
It has not come through the door yet.
Then I guess Slash is going to prepare to swing his great axe at it as soon as it comes through the door.
All right. It is its turn. With a giant kashblik, it slops down into the muck. Its horse heads, they don't really chuckle so much as plop and plortle. They raise their little noses in the air and point them toward the open door. It looms in the doorway. Vesper blasts it.
So I can hit it now too, right?
You do not have line of sight to it.
Oh, did it not come through the doorway?
It did not come through the doorway, no. It's
Oh,
just
I
kind of
thought you
in the
said it.
doorway, sort of.
Okay.
And Vesper hits, does 10 damage. The fire bursts onto its bubbly flesh, fizzens and blackens, but it does not catch flame. Yeah, 1 second. It reaches through and tries to snap at Vesper and at Slash with its heads, but they cannot reach far enough. Vesper. Vesper is going to... That was Vesper. No, that was Vesper's last turn. Vesper's going to take a step back. And is going to cast... it's going to cast another firebolt. Which does a lot of damage.
Ooh, yeah.
Kane,
Yes.
you can hear it. You can see the tip of its nose sort of kind of poke through the edge of the door. But you cannot see it.
Well, I'll scuttle over to the opposite wall then.
All right. You can see it.
I can.
A 9 will hit.
Oh, really?
Yes.
That's weird. There's no button that says damage on it.
That is weird.
Okay, hang on. Wow.
Rip.
Does that do anything else?
Nope. 1d8 fire damage.
All right.
Does it get upgraded at level 5?
Oh, it does, yeah. Thank you.
Probably does.
Cantrips.
Yeah.
God damn it.
That's unfortunate.
Now, did that...
Apparently, it doesn't burn well.
It does not.
Do I become uninvisible after having attacked?
Yes.
Yes.
This
What
is
Jordan
moderator
said.
invisibility.
Also, yeah. Two little plops of fire appear in your hand, and then you beat them, and they just kind of fizzle and turn to blackness against its flesh. Do you do anything else?
I don't think I can do anything else.
All right. Evor. You cannot see it currently, being completely outside the room.
So
You can
with
now.
its, I can now. Okay, cool. I didn't know what the token size technically was right now. Thank you. Gildrut Blees. Am I hidden to it?
Yes.
First one
Actually,
be-
no, it has blind sight.
Oh.
No, never mind.
Oh.
Blind sight isn't going to stop you from being sneaky beaky hidden. I don't think.
Okay. I only got a 14 with advantage. Does that still work?
Oh, that'll hit, yeah.
Okay.
I
There's
should look
that.
and see how blind sight is actually supposed to work. Nice. You blast away one of the heads.
Second beam. Not at advantage.
Hit.
Boom.
You blast away
then-
another head.
Bonus action, bolts in the grave and hide. which again I will just use my dagger for
Yep.
because I didn't set up the dice roll yet. That,
Hit.
and then that does sneak attack damage. Hey, and whoop, 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 whoop. Which
Alright.
oh, I didn't mean to. Ah! I clicked the wrong thing. Okay, here we are. Stealth.
You feel
Boom.
pretty stealthy.
Nice. That's my turn.
Slash.
Slash is just going to stand his ground and again just be prepared to hit it with the battle or the great axe as soon as it comes into the room.
Alright. It's its turn. It's certainly going to come into the room. So make your attack, please. You'll be able to make 2 attacks off this. You hit. You cleave it down the middle. It still has some mass, but it's writhing now.
You wanted me to attack it twice?
Yes, please. Unless you'd rather just hit it once. Hit.
Ooh.
And it is quite a lot of its mass is just kind of crumbling on the ground. It has one head left that is trying to eat you, essentially. It is going to attack you with itself. And it will not hit. You pick up your foot and you step on it, and it splatters everywhere.
Oh.
And that was that.
So,
Hey.
What's that?
has Photoshop ever just popped up a thing that says, "Are you okay?"
I love it.
I have the
It's-
priest module. I can make my confessions whenever I need to, and I'm not even Catholic.
Probably
It just
should-
helps.
Oh my. Well, that was exciting. We didn't find anything terribly useful down there, right? Game? Just danger.
Well, I mean, maybe it was hiding something.
I look through the horse gel for a soul.
You find no soul.
That is unfortunate.
Night hands are sticky.
I'll pop the meat orphan back into existence.
All
with
right.
3 HP. Or 4 HP. Yeah. That should work though. Oh, do I have permission to do that? I think I do.
I think you do.
Hey, oh, he's big. That's not right.
Oh.
This is unsettling.
He is the Jim meat orphan. Lovely.
Jim is the name I gave him. Did it? Oh,
Yes.
it didn't randomize for me because you have the token vault set up. I don't.
Oh, gotcha.
Maybe we should have you do it so
Okay.
that you get the fancy, and should set the size right and everything.
The
Hey.
carnivorous meat orphan. I love it.
Carnivorous meat orphan.
He immediately picks up a hand of horse head and begins eating it. It's good protein,
Incredible.
boss.
It's made of meat.
Its fragrance was clearly crafted with the aromatic extracts of many herbs and spices.
I wish I could taste as well as you do, Jim.
It is a gift from a beyond. We could potentially arrange it with the big man upstairs.
Oh, maybe I should look into that. Yes, but first I need soul.
Yes.
Is there anything in this room that it was in?
There is another one forming from the pipe very slowly. But aside from that, not really.
Could you go for Kane again, please? Thank you. Bloop.
I don't suppose there's anything I could plug that pipe up with.
Oh, I don't have permission over that token.
Oops.
No sight vision at least.
1 second.
Yeah, I think it just doesn't have vision or something.
All right. Yeah, it doesn't spawn with vision. I need to update the prototype.
Thank you. Oh, nothing in there, Kane. The very small meter friend says to you in Ivor's voice.
Not that I can see. You can go up that pipe and check it out, though.
You could
That
fit in the pipe.
sounds terrifying.
The horse head lazily opens its mouth and snakes it hung out to try to eat you.
Oh.
It can't get out of the pipe, though.
You kill it before it's fully formed there.
I try to fly above it. Can it like snake its head around
It cannot.
to face me?
It's wedged pretty good in there.
Claws. Put it out
You
of
have
its
advantage
misery.
on that.
Oh, yay. Claws again.
Close.
You hit.
Yay.
I mean, a 7 would hit, but you hit.
So, Constitution saving throw for it if this doesn't just end it.
It dies.
Squidge.
It's for the best.
Well, so it'll take a look down the pipe if it can. Just
There is a steady trickle of gelatin just kind of coagulating in the pipe.
it looks similar to the horse gelatin.
Yes.
This does not look good.
It is a very long pipe. It goes straight for a couple 100 feet before pivoting 90 degrees upward.
I do not think it is likely for there to be a soul in there, so I will bring Beethoven back. Oh, Kane is still in here. Hello.
So this stuff on the table.
What about it?
Doesn't look right.
No. To somebody who came from the world of relatively normal people, no, it looks a little sus, as the kids say.
Relatively normal. Kane, the, what was it, orphan murderer?
Yeah, it was self-defense. I've heard. They
Well, I
all attacked him at once.
I don't have any bladed thing except the ass sword.
Yes.
Meat Orphan, do you have any way to
You could
describe this creepy doll here?
you could also get like a kitchen knife from Horse, I'm sure.
Should do that.
Beethoven has claws.
You want to claw this creepy doll? I don't think that should exist.
You hit. You claw it good. It shreds.
Beethoven looks proud.
There was no soul inside it. There was a chestnut, though.
Aww.
Chestnut?
There was a chestnut. Where its heart should be.
I don't think chestnut. That probably shouldn't exist either.
You feel
We
guilty.
should bring Chestnut to yours. Oh,
No, that's fine. He may have a use for it. What is this?
That is a bowl full of coals. They emit heat and light. Not much light.
Is that the source of the room?
It is the light source of the room.
And this.
And that is a little magic circle drawn with chalk.
I'd like to try to rub that out of existence as well.
All right. Can you please give me a charisma saving throw?
Disrupt their whole
oh
system.
no.
You feel a momentary tingle in your toes. You're fine.
Hmm.
Did it shock you?
Something's not quite right about this place.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you could say that, yes. You know, I kind of figured as such when we saw the, skeleton made of horses playing the piano.
Well,
He was very nice, though.
he was. He was a darling man. Is there
Horseman.
horseman?
Horses,
Oh.
men.
Horses. I don't know what he was.
Horse.
No, Cure. Different.
Conspiracy theory time.
Well, I can try to have this open.
Strength check, please. You cannot get it open. It's just too
Well-
heavy.
It is time for Hans.
Can we pull this up together?
Ah,
You may
yeah.
the meat orphan, who is considerably smaller than you, finally does it.
I got started.
Yes, you weakened it. Thank you.
A foul stench rises from down below and then wafts away. The ventilation in this place is apparently pretty good. There's a about a 60-foot drop you can see with dark vision.
How much time has passed since I cast the spider climb?
Probably 5 minutes.
Has it passed?
5 minutes have probably passed.
Okay, well,
If it lasts a minute, then it's gone by now.
it lasts an hour.
Okay, then it's fine.
Well, should we go down there?
After you.
Can you like lower yourself down in spider string while you spider climb?
I don't turn into an actual spider now.
Aw.
I mean, I could have, but I didn't.
You can't
Could
bite
you-
people as a radioactive druid and turn them into cane man.
You spider climb onto the meat orphan and then he'll fly around.
Don't think.
No.
What is the carry capacity of a needle?
Very low. Very, very, very low.
Flying spiders is an amazing idea, though.
Somehow
It would be
shrink.
like,
Yes.
what? Like it would be like 15 pounds. Something like that, 'cause it's tiny.
Well, I have the candle, don't I?
You do have a candle.
Well, I can light that as a light source and crawl down.
Don't you have torches too?
I don't know, do I?
I think we went over this previously, and then like Wendelorn cast light on your torch.
Unfortunately, meat orphan cannot become grossly incandescent. If only.
Alright, so you are going to go down there, is that correct?
Yes, but cautiously.
Okay, I'm gonna call a 2-minute break, and then I'm going to ask Joran about how to send one person to a different map while everyone else stays on the other one.
Sure.
Thank you kindly. I am returned.
Welcome back.
So, is it possible to send one player to another map, or do I have to have some kind of a multi-layer system to do that?
Should be good. So
Okay.
if you go to the other map, then in the player thing on the bottom left,
Yeah.
you can right-click individual names and click pull to scene.
Oh,
Steph
nice.
will be back in a minute.
All right. So I am going to need to put the player token in this map for that to work, I assume.
Yes.
Player characters don't get randomized names. That would be hilarious and annoying, but still hilarious.
This is the statistical Ivor Bursk.
Kane is there, and unfortunately, I don't have anything real interesting for the rest of you guys to look at the moment.
Is the meat orphan going too?
Yes, the meat orphan is going too. Let me throw a meat orphan down there. Unfortunately,
Yay.
Where am I?
unfortunately, I don't have anything for George to look at.
What if you just give George
That's
you
quite all right.
a
Yeah,
meat orphan?
That's a good
something?
idea.
We can explain like
Ooh.
Ivor is just constantly muttering about what he's seeing.
It stacked descriptors. Gregarious carnivorous meat orphan.
Perfect.
Wow.
All right. Okay, I'm going to pull George. Pull Jordan.
Yay.
George, you might need to hit F5, but if you do, you'll be able to see what the meat orphan is seeing. If it works properly.
Gregarious carnivorous meat orphan.
All right, can you see yourself, Stephanie?
Yes.
All right. Well, you are in a room full of dust and ashes. George, can you see through the meat orphan's eyes?
No, I'm still
The hell?
standing next to the cask.
All right, I might need to pull you in.
Why did the meat orphan just zigzag across the whole room?
I don't know.
Because you can do that with Foundry.
That's awesome.
Okay, now I can see that room.
Okay. So there's another trapdoor on the ground. It seems to be welded shut. and yes, piles of ashes, piles of dust, and there's an unlit torch on the wall. There is a door to the east.
I'll start by lighting the torch.
All right. You light the torch. Let me add a light source. And I don't have a fancy, fire icon to put in the torch, but it is now emitting light.
It's not doing like a flickery fire thing, and I'm very.
Yeah, I didn't put that on all of them because it would get real annoying real quick.
My disappointment is immeasurable.
It would have turned the entry place into a torch rave, and some people would appreciate that, others wouldn't.
Candle room would have been pretty cool.
Yeah, that probably would have been pretty cool. I should have done that. So, what will the two of you do?
Well, meat. What do you think?
I mean, there is door. Yes?
There are two doors.
Well, there is door and there's trapdoor. These are two different things. So if there is door, then I think we should go through door. Didn't you say the rule is to always go to complete the level before you go down?
Yes, indeed.
Oh, yes. Was this a test?
You're in a hallway.
Well, what do you do when there's two doors?
You do them in random order.
Multi-track dooring.
You perform the A-star navigation algorithm.
Hey, yeah.
The bottom one.
Yes.
You see a locked door. Big,
Well, they
heavy
sure
wooden.
like doors in this place, don't
They
they?
do like doors. You hear the sound of snapping and crackling coming from the other side.
Like a fire type noise?
It sounds vaguely fire-like, more lightning-like, probably.
It could be more on fire.
It could always be more on fire.
And I can't open this one.
You cannot open it, no.
Well, we didn't have. Well, I should have gotten the key.
This lock does look considerably thicker than the other locks up above. Skullminster may be able to open it, but I don't know, he might not be able to be.
How many C's are in thicker there?
There were at least... hold on one second. There were 8 C's.
Wow.
Wow.
It was a...
Optimal Cs.
It was a very thick lock.
Good lord.
I'm sorry.
Oh no, I just
door
I had a
opening
terrible
simulator.
idea.
What's that?
Oh no. Well, since Ivor's voice is coming out of a tiny body, I think it only makes sense
For me to do something
Oh
like
god,
this.
please
no.
stop.
Oh no.
Oh, yes.
Please
Ivor
never do that
was-
again.
Hello.
The meat orphan looks visibly pained as Ivor forces its vocal cords to warp within its frame. But it must obey, for Ivor is its master.
I don't like this development at all.
I am Meat Orphan. Yes, hello.
Bye. Oh my god.
That is another locked door.
Okay, there we go. I'll turn it off. It's fine.
A locked door to the north and unlocked door to the south.
Oh dear.
You find an abandoned and dilapidated bar.
It seems like life has many doors. Yes, Kane?
There's an unlit torch on the wall, unlit candle on the bar, and empty bottles scattered. It smells very musty in here. You see a spider.
You know, why would there be a bar at the bottom of a trapdoor?
And through 15 more doors.
It's a very strange place. Although we knew that already.
I'm gonna rummage around back here.
Okay, you vault over. You rummage around the back. You find broken glasses. You find dusty corks. You find a rind of old cheese. You find a very oily rag. You find some mints. You find nothing else of interest. You do find a cocktail fork.
I don't need this. Now this is different.
That is, yeah, and it is a door. You find a little bedroom. There are chests just kind of scattered around. There's one half open one in the corner.
Are the chests locked?
They are not.
Meat Orphan, go open one of these.
I can try.
The blankets on the bed are dusty and moth-eaten. Can you please give me investigation, Meat Orphan?
Oh, I was going to try to open a chest.
Aren't you opening the chest? That was what I was asking for. Sorry.
Yes.
To,
I was
to see
going
what's
to...
inside.
There we go.
All right, you throw it open. There's a sack inside it.
There is sack inside.
Tell me if you find anything good.
I close
I'm
the
gonna-
chest. He's just sick.
You're a sack. I'm gonna
No, I
avoid
am meat orphan.
white sack.
My name is Jim.
Jim sack. I'm gonna open the chest.
You see a sack. He was not lying.
What is in the sack?
You touch the sack and it disintegrates. There's a pile of moldy clothes inside it.
I told you, was sick.
Gross.
The moldy clothes also disintegrate when you touch them.
Don't touch them.
You see larvae scurrying around inside them.
I definitely don't touch them. What is in these other two?
You open that one, and it's got a nice layer of dusty dirt on the bottom, some dead pill bugs, and some withered mushrooms.
We've come too far and opened too many doors to not find a soul yet. Do you think souls are rare?
It seems so, yes. I only knew of the one in Hope, and that one was lost.
The last chest seems to have several wigs in it.
This one?
Ooh,
This one.
Oh.
The wigs are of different colors and lengths of hair.
the
One of
meat
them
orphan
still has a
puts
scalp
on,
attached.
the meat orphan puts on the longest one.
It is far too big, but you can make it work. What is
God,
it? What is it?
I assume it's just all hair with like his limbs sticking out.
Basically, yeah. The this one over here has some very dusty clothes. It has some wooden tokens of some kind. It has a mug. It has a half full, tightly sealed bottle of dark glass with a dark liquid inside it.
I'm going to take all of these.
The clothes turn to dust when you touch them.
it is with the clothes in this place. Oh my god.
Right? The bed falls apart behind you.
Yeah.
You find a locked door.
Oh my god. I'm gonna do one more sweep around the room and see if I can find a key.
Investigation, please.
Can I assist? Oh, maybe too late.
You do not find a key. You know, you can assist. You have just roll again, see if you get the better result.
That's better.
You do not find a key.
It was better.
You do find a glass pipe under the pillow, or what remained of the pillow. It has nasty residue in it.
Oops.
Does it look like horse gelatin?
Can you give me a medicine check, please?
Sure.
Beanorphin tastes it. It has a surprising resemblance to horse gelatin. You find nothing else of interest in this room.
I think we need a key.
Maybe we can borrow the skeleton key from Skullminster. Or maybe we just need to get him down here somewhere. Somehow.
Skip.
Will the two of you return upward?
Yes, Mira from what at least.
All right.
Seems like there's nothing much else we can do down here at the moment.
Are you returning, Kane? Stephanie, are you coming up?
Yes. I'm sorry. Did you not
Okay,
hear me?
I did not hear you. No, sorry.
Ah.
All right, everybody should be back up here.
Skullminster, how much do you know about the lower levels of this place?
I know nothing. I was, never allowed down there. Frankly, most of the dealings that went on down there were before my time. After they sealed all that off, no one was really coming or going. I hear that it had been in pretty terrible repair, though, for quite a while. It wasn't really serving its purposes. They wanted to make a whole new floor and just kind of bypass it, was what people complained to me about, we'll say.
Interesting. Yes, it did seem strange. Even the rooms up here that appear to not have been touched in many years had lamps or torches and candles going, but down there it was all dark.
Yeah, that's magic, baby. I assume
Yes.
they're not keeping the magic running down there.
I guess so. Your skeleton key. Does that require you to operate it to work, or can one of us borrow it?
I suppose one of you could borrow it. If you're planning on doing anything down there, I doubt it'll work.
Oh,
Hey.
I see.
We made all these locks up here from the bones. It was intended as torture at the time. I can unlock these ones on account of they're part of my body.
I see. That was far more disturbing than I anticipated, but thank
Yeah.
you.
You're not the one who had his ribs pulled out repeatedly.
No,
So whose body are those locks made of?
I couldn't tell you. Probably some other poor bastard who got on someone's wrong side.
well, with the lack of key for now, I suppose our only option is to go down the spiral staircase, yes?
Vesper seems uncertain.
Where would you like to go, Vesper?
I don't know. I just, there could be more of those horses down there.
Yes, I suppose there could be, but all the doors were locked.
And I guess they probably can't get out.
That would be the hope. There was quite a bit of horse gelatin down there, though. There was a pipe with it, and Meatwolfen double-checked by tasting it, of course.
Huh.
As one does.
Skullminster says, but if you're going down, I'm not leading the way for certain.
I show him the things I took out of the chest and ask him if he knows anything about those.
I mean, you probably drink this. Yeah. You probably smoke out of this.
Do you want to drink it?
I don't have a stomach. It would go right through me.
Offer it to the meat orphan.
Mm. Well, I mean, the meat orphan definitely does have a stomach.
Well, he can try it and see if anything happens.
What is it?
Fire black liquid.
Dark liquid in a dark bottle that Skullminster thinks is some kind of alcohol.
Probably delicious.
Meat orphan will give it a sip.
Meat orphan uncorks it and sniffs it delicately. Then throws back a slug. Can Meat orphan make me a Constitution saving throw, please?
He can.
That was the most delicious thing I have ever tasted in my life, boss. It burns
Oh,
a
very
little
good.
bit, though.
Yes, well, is it burning in an alcohol way or in a poison or acid way?
Oh, very much in an alcohol way, but there's a little tinge of something underneath that tells me I am probably going to be having an unfortunate night tonight.
I see. Ivor will give it a taste to see if he can even taste it.
He certainly gets the sensation of heat.
Well, meat orphan, I am very jealous of you and your ability to taste.
Yeah, it's a pretty nice ability.
I have idea, and I put my senses in meat orphan. Now give it a taste.
Your taste buds explode with the delicate notes of a fantastic underworld brandy vintage. Tears come to your eyes as you're able to taste such a lovely and intricate taste.
Ivor kind of like sits on the ground and just stares at it for a second. It's like, well, that is a trick I am definitely going to do more often.
I will make it a gift to the meat orphan then.
The meat orphan holds it up triumphantly.
Da, 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 da. we just gave booze to an orphan. What the fuck are we doing?
It's okay, it was a carnivorous meat orphan. I don't know that it makes it better, but you know.
I think it.
So, Kane, are you approaching the stairs?
That was our next goal, was to go down the stairs.
Yeah. Slash, will you follow?
Slash.
It's you, George.
I'm sorry, I'm not used to being Slash. Yes, I'll follow.
Sorry. I'll address George from now on if I remember. All right, then you guys head down. Let me place everyone in the next part. All right, I activated it. That should pull everyone in, I think.
Yep.
It's not pulling George. Did I not set permissions in the prototype?
It looks like he's here. It might
Okay.
just be. It might have taken a second to download.
Yeah, I can
Okay.
see a new map here.
Okay. All right, you find yourselves at the bottom of the spiral staircase. There are unlit torches on the walls. And Kane is holding a torch, so that provides some light. And there are many statues, as the ones that were up above, in positions pointed toward the staircase. Probably more victims of the Horhun, including several horses. They may be the native residents of this plane, who knows?
Slash, perhaps we should stop smashing statues, at least for now. We can come back later and do more smashing of statues if need be.
Smash shoes.
Smashes.
There is a door to your right.
Does it open?
It opens. And you see broken bits of pottery all over the ground.
It looks like somebody was already set loose in here, Slash.
You see a heavily locked door at the end of the room, and you see a little boat wedged into the corner.
I look through the pottery, see if there's anything interesting.
Give me investigation, please.
Can do.
You find nothing of note, except for some interesting dead spiders.
Kane, you are a spider climby, yes? You know anything about these spiders? They're very interesting.
That didn't make me a spider.
Oh, I see.
These are very poisonous-looking spiders, though. You can tell by the way they look at you funny, even while being dead.
You can
There's no
tell by the way they are.
You can tell by the way they are.
You can tell from having seen quite a few spiders in my.
Yes.
See, I knew you were spider knowledgeable.
Just don't lick them. You'll be fine.
Okay. What about this boat?
Don't lick the boat either.
You cannot turn
Okay.
into a boat, Kane.
Okay, you can lick the boat. It seems fine.
Boat shape?
Sailor subclass.
Anything interesting about the boat?
No. Aside from it being in remarkably good condition compared to the bedroom that was also on this level. You assume they're
would-
on the same level.
Why would someone have a boat underground down a staircase in such good condition? I imagine it's in such good condition because being down here means it never gets used. But also, perhaps, it is strange that there is no wear and tear on it. Just from existing.
Maybe that's how they got across the sludge room.
Perhaps it is a magic boat.
Does it look magic?
I sit in the boat.
Can you give me an Arcana roll, Kane? It looks like it could be magical. You don't really know what magic boats look like. Ivor, you sit in the boat.
I actually
It's-
stand up at the front and point ahead like I'm
Okay.
trying to direct the boat.
Nothing happens.
I do not think it's magic boat.
I feel magic.
No more magic than usual.
Oh, perhaps this boat is someone's soul. I lick the
Probably
boat.
should lick it.
You what the boat?
I lick the boat.
It tastes like varnish. Which is
This
to say
won't
you
taste
can't
like
taste
soul.
it at all. It prickles your tongue.
This does not remind me of when I tasted soul.
Well, we should probably destroy it. It doesn't make any sense.
Slash, we have task for you.
Well, I can destroy things too, you know.
Yes, but Slash is very efficient at it. You don't think it's fun to watch Slash smash? No?
Setting fire to the boat.
You set fire to the boat. It burns. I hope you're happy with yourself.
I just wanted to destroy it before Slash got here.
Wow.
Slash has one purpose in life, and you insist on ruining that.
This does tell us something interesting, though. Is this room well ventilated like the other days have been?
Oh, no, it is not.
Oh, no.
The room fills with smoke.
We have moments.
Oh, no. What have we done?
Slash, you can. Yes.
Ivor falls prone to the
Hi.
floor to escape the smoke.
I'm sorry. What were you saying, Kane? I couldn't hear you.
I said go ahead and stay in there if you want. I'm leaving.
There is a boat that is on fire. You assume Kane did it.
Ivor would like to try and pick the lock before the room fills up with so much smoke that he chokes.
Okay. Please give me dexterity with proficiency.
Okay. I'm gonna roll stealth because that'll be
Alright.
easy. Rip.
You do not.
Well, okay.
This lock does not turn into a mouth, though.
He gets down on the floor and starts alligator crawling out of the room.
You get out fine.
Well, we tried. I think we made things worse.
What's that?
I said Slash is just going to walk out.
Okay. Do you close the door behind you?
Ivor does.
Congratulations. You've already destroyed property down here.
Taylor, I'm noticing something about the shape of the.
Don't.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Oh, that up there appears to be summoning circle. No, they mentioned summoning circle.
Architecture mimics nature. That's all I'm going to say.
Frequently, yes.
It frequently does, yes. There are only so many symmetrical shapes in nature. Like, come on.
Are there though?
Yes, there are like 3.
What is this? Is this door locked?
That is not locked.
Wait, so there's penis, uterus, and what's the third one?
Nose. The 3 genders.
I feel like nose would be penis
the-
adjacent at least.
The nose is
Probably.
just the uterus of the face.
That is absolutely true.
All
All right, so you step into a hallway. There is a big ol' very dry blood splatter on the ground.
Kane and Slash, there appears to be violence over here. Past tense violence, but yes.
I've lost the ability to move. There we go. Where?
In here. Hello. Come down this way. It is over here.
You find blood on the floor, Slash and Kane.
Does it look like it was dragged in one direction or the other?
It does look like there was splatters and drags of blood. Probably from... can you give me a... What would be the appropriate role for this? Say investigation.
Investigation? Yeah.
It's like there is no crime scene skill. No forensic skill. Yeah, it was probably dragged from the bottom to the up.
Start on the bottom.
All right. You find a giant pile of skulls.
Yes, there is definitely past tense violence and quite a lot of it.
There are 4 pillars of stone in the room. There are little kind of tables in the top 2 corners. There's a lot of very dried blood underneath the pile of skulls leading out.
Meat Orphan, can you taste the blood to see if you know what kind of blood it is?
Sure can do. He leans down, he gives it a good old lick. Can you give me a nature check, please, Mr. Meat Orphan?
Oh, he's great at those. Where's nature?
Thankfully, he's carnivorous. I don't know about you, boss, but I'm pretty confident and say it's probably humans.
Okay, fair enough. Well,
Maybe a little elf.
This is very interesting. Lots of skulls. Is it just skulls, or are there other bones
It is
there too?
entirely skulls.
That is unsettling. Only skulls.
They
Perhaps
all
this
seem
is
to have been scraped real good.
perhaps this is where they got their materials for the other locks down here.
What do the skulls taste like?
Who are you asking?
Meat Orphan?
I didn't lick the skull. He leans into a skull and licks it. It tastes like dust. And bone. You have to kind of taste it to know what it is. It's not much.
Well, very much past tense violence happened here. That is interesting. What is up there?
You see a chair, a nice comfy chair just kind of set up, little side table next to it, a lot of blood at the base of the table, and covering the top of the table too. There is a very old book that was set down in the blood, and a very bloody, sort of chisel-y looking knife was, it looks like it was used as a bookmark.
If only Wendell was here. He likes books.
This is all starting to remind me of the gnolls that we were up against at the beginning. There's lots of meat and consumption of meat. Interesting. Can I take a look at the book?
Yes. Please give me investigation.
Investigation.
Blood has clotted together most of the pages because it was left in blood and blood was left on top of it. What you can
makes
make
sense.
out of the text that is on the top of it, this was some kind of a history book. Nothing really particularly interesting to you. Talks about names and places that do not at all register.
Do you think someone was just sitting here having a snack while they read book?
Blood snack.
Yes, like having a glass of wine while you read or something, but it scalds with blood.
Well, it makes as much sense as anything else.
Yes, I can't fathom why someone would do that instead of a soul, but
I'm going to take one of these skulls.
You can take a skull. Can you make me a sleight of hand roll, please?
Oh no.
You can do it secretly.
No, you're just trying to... would you care about the
Jenga
skulls all coming down? I suppose what I should ask.
No, just if they're going to perform some kind of horrific ritual with them, I want them to be one skull short.
Okay. Well, you yank out a skull and they all come toppling toward you.
I suppose I should have taken one off the top.
You hear from the other room, Jenga.
What?
The Great Lord Jenga has come. Can you please give me a dexterity saving throw?
Good.
Very nice. You will take half of...
Game goes down again here, I swear.
Wait, remind me, was this a serious camp?
They all start out serious for like 3 seconds.
Why not both?
Yeah. You take 13 bludgeoning damage.
What?
It will only reduce you to 1.
Imagine Kane just walking up and just getting buried in skulls, never to be heard from again.
That is effectively what happens.
Oh, I'm bloody and bruised, but I very nonchalantly walk out.
Thonk, thonk,
Nothing
thonk,
to
thonk.
see.
Kane is walking a little funny.
You okay, Kane?
Nothing to see here.
Skulls roll into the hallway behind him.
Nothing to see over there either.
Did you just current tense violence, the past tense violence?
Nothing to see here.
Okay.
Hey, look, a door.
Yes. You should definitely be the one to open all of the doors ahead of us as the one hit point cleric or druid, whatever.
You're in a hallway.
So many doors.
You see
Life has many doors, I keep telling you this.
you have a room open up ahead of you.
Oh, there's blood up there. Oh, okay, we're going this
Yeah.
way too, that's fine.
Well, see, this one's closer to the edge of the map.
Yes, this is good. Yes, map clearing strats. I see.
Oh, I
what
should
you're
have made the background of the application black so you couldn't tell where the edge of the map was. I'm sure there's a way to do that.
Yep.
So you step into a little mini forge. It is swelteringly hot in here, Ivor. There
Ooh.
are coals
I back
burning. Okay.
And I send my meat over.
There are coals burning in a furnace up here and a little sort of mini forge down here.
Well, all their torches are not lit, but they have burning forge. Interesting.
Correct.
This must mean quite a lot then. Are there any interesting... So I see like equipment on the table. Does any of that look interesting?
There are some very pathetic looking attempts at weapons from someone who clearly doesn't know how to make weapons on the finishing table there. Can you give me a perception roll, please?
A perception roll for the meat orphan. He's very good at those.
Right. A glint of gold catches your eye from inside the little forge.
Oh. Hey, Slash. I think there is something shiny in there that maybe somebody with a very sturdy body who's not weak like me or my meat orphan could potentially procure.
Where is Vesper?
That is a really good question.
Doing
Where is
Vesper
Vesper?
things.
Vesper was just kind of staring off into space for a while.
Well, I know.
Doing
Mage
Vesper
hand.
things. Ew.
I thought a mage hand might come in.
Hey guys, what's up?
Hey. I don't know this, but somebody knows that you have a mage hand.
Oh, why?
Make way for her to walk in.
There is a glint of gold in the forge in the room to our... yes, that way, thank you, yes. Correct.
Yeah. Which one?
I think it was this one. I didn't catch which one you mentioned.
It was the one at the bottom.
Oh, well, the meat orphan points the wrong one first and then has to correct himself.
Vesper looks in there confused and then looks down. Oh, I think I see it. And yeah.
No, your other left. Yes, this one. Yes.
yeah, there.
Yes.
Vesper pulls out a cherry red, glowing hot skull with a band of very not at all melted gold roses around the crown of it.
Well, that looks valuable.
Can a mage hand reach into fire?
I have no idea.
Does
Can
that look...
I send an item into chat?
I think there's like an info button you can press.
Usually.
I'm uncertain.
All right, I'm gonna drop it onto the map. I cannot drop it onto the map. Right.
Drop it into somebody's inventory, perhaps
Yeah,
Vesper's.
Fortunately, no one controls Vesper. So Vesper is going to turn her... Vesper's holding up just a skull in the air and says, "What should I do with it?"
It is very hot, yes?
Yep.
Perhaps we should cool it with the water.
Okay.
I don't know. Is that what you do in a smithy?
I think I've heard something like that. So she dunks it in the water and steam bursts everywhere. She pulls it back out. Still seems pretty hot. It's not red anymore though.
Just keep dunking it.
Does it look magical to you, Vesper? You have better eye for magic than I.
I guess, yeah. Let me hold on. I mean, yeah, it looks pretty magic. Feels kind of weird. Looks pretty evil. I mean, there's been a lot of skulls down here. They've always been kind of with things that aren't not evil. She holds it out to you as you approach.
Is if I have anything in my inventory that would... I don't. Oh, I take off my hat of lightning resistance and turn it upside down to catch the skull in.
All right. The skull drops into it. You have an amulet of fire resistance on, right?
Oh, yeah, I do. Yeah.
Okay, so you can just grab it.
Oh, easy then. Okay, I didn't know how hot it was.
Sorry, it is very hot. Hot enough that an ordinary person might have taken 1 fire damage for grabbing it.
Ah.
It is uncomfortably hot, but you can hold it.
Yay.
All right, I think I dragged it over to you. Did you get a black rose skull in your inventory? No. Okay, let me drag it over here.
Excuse me. Black rose
You have it
skull.
now in your tools.
Ah, yes. Thank you.
You're welcome. An iron skull with a crown of gold tone roses. It remains warm to the touch. While using this item as a spell focus, your spells and the attacks of your summoned creatures deal +1 damage.
Ooh. I assume that requires attunement.
It will require attunement, yes. I don't think I set up the item right, but it do.
I have fire resistance. Could I have reached in and grabbed it?
You could have.
Would you like it, Kane?
Are you giving it to me?
I already have 3 things attuned.
Okay. I do like skulls.
Yes.
So you should be able to give it
Give it
over by clicking on the scales icon in your inventory.
Yes. Select Kane. Send item. Oh, I need to wait. Kane. Hold on. How does this work? Oh, maybe I can't do that with the popped out window. Select this currency. Oh, I do. That's for currency. So if I do it on the item itself.
Yes, it should be next to the delete icon.
Send item. Trade request sent. Yay. There we go. Neat.
Da,
I
da,
like that
da,
one.
da. The skull is hot to the touch, Kane, but it does not damage you.
I'll put it in my pocket so it'll keep my butts warm.
You do that.
Is there anything else fun in here?
There is not. You guys can search the rest of everything in here, and you can find some very mundane smithing tools. You can find some bricks. They do not say Supreme on them unless you make them say Supreme on them. There is a big old barrel of water. That's about it.
Keep trying to walk around and hitting walls.
Alright, you find none. I mean, you find plenty of walls.
Thank you for your assistance, Vesper.
Anytime.
This looks wholesome.
Slash, you watch everyone walk proudly out of the forge room, sweating profusely. Kane has a big skull-shaped bulge on the other side of wherever the first skull-shaped bulge was.
Ivor's head is very shiny.
It is. In this room, there's a stone table in the middle of it. There are a bunch of candles. There is a bowl of very liquid blood in the middle of the table, as well as a smear of very dried blood next to it. And there are 2 mushrooms on the table that are very dried out.
Do they look like the mushrooms from upstairs?
They do.
So someone was having snack on skulls and also a meal in here.
I like a mushroom.
Why is the blood in the pot still liquid, though?
What else is it gonna be?
Yeah, Skullminster's not down here. That's just forgetting somebody.
Vesper, does this pot look magical to you to keep all of the blood liquid?
Vesper is going to stare at it suspiciously. I assume so. It doesn't have any fancy runes or anything on it, but unless someone has been down here a lot more recently than us, that seems like the only explanation.
Do I
Unless
see
there's
any
like a blood fountain underneath it.
Oh, blood fountain is interesting. That makes me think of a soul fountain. I must experience this someday.
That sounds horrifying.
And drop a mushroom into the blood.
Oh boy,
plorps.
is it blood fondue?
Nothing happens.
Can I just look around the room in general for like signs of recent activity? Like maybe dust is here but not there, or
All right, can you give me investigation, please? You do not find any signs that anyone has been down here recently.
okay, so this is probably magic then. Yes, I think that we've narrowed this down. Why would somebody have a magic blood fondue?
Why wouldn't you have a magic
NC
blood
vampires.
Oh no.
Neat. Lick the fondue.
I prefer not to. That's not his voice. I prefer not to.
He already tasted the blood and said it's probably, maybe, possibly human. So,
He tastes this blood.
but it's different.
Well, has he tasted a mushroom covered in blood?
Not down here. Not
Well,
recently.
This is something that we need to track.
I believe this one up to you, Meat Orphan. This is your choice.
The meat orphan starts sweating. I'm not very good at making my own decisions, boss. That's kind of what you're here for.
Okay, well then, here I will do this for you. All right, this is if you roll high, then you're going to lick. Okay, you're not going to lick.
I will not lick on this day.
How's the store look?
It is unlocked.
Chink. Oh, hey, look! It is another judgment grate.
It does look very similar to the judgment grate from above. There is a metal wheelbarrow over the grate. There are little metal shelves with what look like little crucibles on top of them, empty. And there is an empty, looks like an oven off to the side. Everything seems disused in this room.
Is this the kitchen for the feast room? Perhaps. A very large oven, though. Does
You
the
could fit
oven
a
look
horse
large
in
enough? Oh, okay, that's about the question I was going to ask. I was going to ask for a human body, but a horse definitely answers
Yes.
that question.
I'm sorry, there's a horse in there or a
No,
horse in
you could fit a horse in there. There's nothing in there now.
Where are we
could
going to
you-
find a horse?
Could you fit a Roth in there?
You could easily fit a Roth in there.
And I assume similarly in here, it doesn't look like signs of recent activity.
Correct.
See through the grate.
You see, it looks like a lot of limbs down below.
Ew.
Oh my. Excuse me.
Appropriate.
So maybe they take bodies and they cook just the heads? I don't know. Why are there... I guess that's where all the body parts that were not skulls went. Somebody must have, like, very specific taste for the skulls. Why were they collecting so many skulls? If you think about it, if that's great, I assume it's like they're trash. Then why would they just not throw the skulls down there unless they need them for something?
Well, they're missing one now, so good luck with that, guys.
They're missing two. One's fancy.
And Slash, you come in here and you do not see anything, I suppose, interesting. Aside, you see the grate. You draw the connection to the grate from up above. It has a little latch mechanism that could be undone to allow it to be opened up, which the one up above did not have.
All right.
It does strike you that each of these crucible-looking things is probably big enough to hold a skull.
Do you think that there were people down here and then that horse thingy just petrified them all while they were in the middle of doing stuff down here? We saw an awful lot of statues out in the hall.
Why would they all be out there?
That is true. It is strange that there would not be any in here. Perhaps they were doing a final part of the task that was out there, whatever their task was.
The statues
They'll
look like they were
present.
frozen, like fighting something. Like, are they holding
Well,
guns?
Yes, that would make sense, wouldn't it?
Are they?
They were frozen in combative stances.
Interesting. I wonder what they were doing with all these skulls and bodies. Why was some skulls being forged and others being consumed, I assume?
I pick up 9 skulls.
You pick up 9 skulls.
That's an armload of skulls.
You have 10 skulls. You have 11 skulls, rather.
Interesting. So we see many skulls. Some of them have been turned into gold, or some of them, at least one of them, has been turned into golden flowery skull that is strong. Skullminster, do you know anything about all of this?
I have no idea.
I was kind of disturbed by seeing all these skulls.
And none of them are talking, so no.
I plop a skull into the fondue.
He shudders. Alright, you plop into the fondue. Nothing happens.
Hmm.
Kane is getting a little sketchy.
I pop a skull onto each one of the crucibles.
Nothing happens.
The room looks nicer now.
It looks a little more decorative. And we are going to end there for tonight. We'll reconvene next week.
Thank you, Taylor.
You are welcome.
I'm
Thank you
liking this
guys.
dungeon.
Oh, good.
Very
It's
intriguing.
bizarre and creepy.
I hope there are interesting things to find in it. Thank you all for playing, and I will
Thank you for
see you
hosting.
next week.
Bye.
Or
Bye.
next time we can.
Next time on D&D.
Yes.